Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. There's been a lot of talk about the brand new interview that President Trump did with Sean Hannity, with Elon Musk at his side. What exactly is the relationship between President Trump and Elon Musk? What exactly is Elon Musk doing? Does President Trump like what he's doing? What does President Trump think in terms of the potential conflict of interest that may exist with Elon Musk and his companies getting many contracts with the government? And at the end of the day, how does this impact our country? Is it good for us? And what were some of the game-changing moments for President Trump when it came to his interactions with Elon Musk? What is it that he liked? What is it that he appreciated? Let's dig deep into this interview, and I'm presenting to you the highlights of this much talked about interview that featured President Trump and Elon Musk getting interviewed by Sean Hannity. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of this interview and the moments that actually stood out that give us a deep dive into the relationship, the bromance, if you will, between President Trump and Elon Musk. Let me know what you think. Let's take a look.
I think people will think about Tesla. Democrats are demonizing you and trying to make the country hate you. I just want people to understand you a little bit better and the person that you've gotten to know and have now put a lot of trust in. And, you know, just let's go over a little bit of your bio, starting with PayPal and how you became involved in Tesla and SpaceX and Neuralink and all the...
Well, I mean, you know, I think the way to think of me is like I'm a technologist, and I try to make technologies that improve the world and make life better.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's why I like my T-shirt says tech support, because I'm here to provide the president with technology support. And now that may seem like, well, is that a silly thing? But actually, it's a very important thing, because the president will make these executive orders, which are very sensible and good for the country, but then they don't get implemented. You know, if you take, for example, all the funding for the migrant hotels, the president issued an executive order where, hey, we need to stop taking taxpayer money and paying for luxury hotels for illegal immigrants, which makes no sense. Like, obviously, people do not want their tax dollars going to fund high-end hotels for illegals, and yet they were still doing that even as late as last week. And so, you know, we went in there and we're like, hey, this is in violation of the presidential executive order. It needs to stop. So what we're doing here is one of the biggest functions of the DOGE team is just making sure that the presidential executive orders are actually carried out. And this is, I just want to point out, this is a very important thing, because the president is the elected representative of the people. So he's representing the will of the people. And if the bureaucracy is fighting the will of the people and preventing the president from implementing what the people want, then what we live in is a bureaucracy and not a democracy.
No. You're both aware, you have to be keenly aware, that the media and the punditry class, not that, you know, I think you've proven they have no power anymore, because they threw everything they had at you and they didn't win. And that was, you know, the New York Times, Washington Post, 3 networks, every late night comedy show, 2 cable channels. They threw everything, lawfare, weaponization. Sure. And now I see they want you two to start, they want a divorce. They want you two to start hating each other. And they try, President Elon Musk, for example. You do know that they're doing that to you.
Oh, I see it all the time. They tried it, then they stopped. That wasn't, they have many different things of hatred. Actually, Elon called me. He said, you know, they're trying to drive us apart. I said, absolutely. You know, they said, we have breaking news. Donald Trump has ceded control of the presidency to Elon Musk. President Musk will be attending a cabinet meeting tonight at 8 o'clock. And I say, it's just so obvious. They're so bad at it. I used to think they were good at it. They're actually bad at it, because if they were good at it, I'd never be president. Because I think nobody in history has ever gotten more bad publicity than me. I could do the greatest things. I get 98% bad publicity. I could do, outside of you and a few of your very good friends, it's like the craziest thing. But you know what I have learned, Elon? The people are smart. They get it.
Yeah, they do, actually.
They get it. They really see what's happening.
Yes.
And at the end of this interview, what I would like, I want people to know the relationship and know more about What is the relationship, Mr. President?
Well, I respect him. I've always respected him. I never knew that he was right on certain things, and I'm usually pretty good at this. He did Starlink. He did things that were so advanced and nobody knew what the hell they were. I can tell you in North Carolina, they had no communication. They were wiped out. People were, they had rivers in between. Land that never saw water, all of a sudden it was a river and a vicious, like rapids. People were dying all over. They had no communication. They said, "You, Elon Musk." They didn't really know I knew him. I said, "Yeah." He said, "Could you get Starlink?" It's like the first time I ever heard of it. I said, "What's Starlink?" A communication system. That's unbelievable.
I have it.
Yeah. And he said, I called him and I said, "Listen, they really need it." And he, thousands of units of this communication. And it saved a lot of lives. He got it immediately, and you can't get it. I mean, you have to wait a long time to get it. But he got it to him immediately, and I said, "That's pretty amazing," and I didn't even know he had it. We watched the rocket ships, and we watched Tesla. I think, something that had an effect on me was when I saw the rocket ship come back and get grabbed, like you grab a beautiful little baby. You grab your baby. It just...
Hug the rocket.
I've never...
Right, everyone... You hug the rocket? Including rockets.
Yeah. No, but... And he said, you can't have a rocket program if you're going to dump $1 billion into the ocean every time you fly. You have to save it.
Right.
And he saved it. First time that I ever seen that done. Now, nobody else can. If you look at the U.S., Russia, or China, they can't do it. And they won't be able to do it for a long time. He has the technology. You learn. I wanted somebody really smart to work with me in terms of the country, a very important aspect. Because, he doesn't talk about it. He's actually a very good businessman. And when he talks about the executive orders, and this is probably true for all presidents, you write an executive order and you think it's done. You send it out. It doesn't get done. It doesn't get implemented. They don't implement it. Maybe they're from the last administration, and they are in some cases. You try and get them out as fast as you. But as soon as he said that, I said, that's interesting. You write a beautiful executive and you sign it and you assume it's going to be done, but it's not. What he does is he takes it, and with his 100 geniuses, he's got some very brilliant young working for him that dress much worse than him, actually.
Yeah,
they dress in just T-shirts. You wouldn't know they have 180 IQ.
Wait a minute. So he's your tech support.
No, he is.
I actually,
But he's much more than that.
actually am tech support though, but that's
He gets it done. He's a leader.
Yeah.
He really is. He gets it done. You get a lot of tech people, and you have people that go to a tech. He gets it done. I said in real estate, you had guys that would draw beautiful renderings of a building, and they'd draw the rendering, and it would be great, and you'd say, "Great, when are you?" But they were never able to get it built. They couldn't get the financing. They couldn't get the approvals. It would never. And then you have other guys that are able to get it done. They could just get it done. I was in real estate. Same thing in this. He gets it done. So when he said that, he said, when you sign these executive orders, a lot of them don't get done, and maybe the most important. And he would take that executive order that I'd sign, and he would have those people go to whatever agency it was. When are you doing it? Get it done. Get it done. And some guy that maybe didn't want to do it, all of a sudden, he's signing. He just doesn't want to be bothered.
Do a lot of those executive orders have to be codified into law? You need the Republican
and a lot of them will be.
They will.
Look, in the meantime, we have 4 years. The beauty is we have 4 years. That's why I like doing it right at the beginning. Because an executive order is great. The one problem, it's both good and bad. Because when they did all these executive orders, they've canceled most of them. They were terrible. We're going to go radical left communists. Okay, it was crazy. Their executive orders were so bad. If they ever got them codified, you'd never be able. The damage that Biden has done to this country, and it's not even Biden, it's the people that circled him in the Oval Office, okay? But the damage they did to this country, in terms of, let's say, open borders, there's so many things, but open borders where millions of people poured into our country, hundreds of thousands of those people are criminals. They're murderers, they're drug dealers.
So that was it, everyone. This bromance, if you will, between President Trump and Elon Musk. What do you think about this? I think it's very interesting. Obviously, President Trump considers Elon Musk a good businessman, someone who's able to keep costs down and get things done. And Elon Musk thinks of himself as tech support for the White House. Do you think this is a match made in heaven as far as our country is concerned? Or do you think, as Sean Hannity pointed out, that there could be a falling out between these two super strong personalities, the most powerful person in the world, the President of the United States, and the richest person in the world sitting side by side with each other. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.